Dear students, in previous video we have studied the formula for finding the mass of plane lamina. As well, we have already solved two examples in that video. Now in this video we will try to solve two more examples on calculating the mass of plane lamina by using that result. So see, this is the next example. Find the mass of the triangular lamina with vertices at 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0, and the density function is rho equal to x into y. Now in previous two examples, the curves which were bounding the region R or the lamina R were already defined, whereas in this example, without giving the equations of boundary curves, just we are given its vertices, and the region is the triangle whose vertices are 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0. So we will need to draw the rough sketch of that region first. Already the formula is known to us. The mass of plane lamina R with density rho at any point on it is m equal to double integration over R rho dx dy. Here the value of rho is already known to us. It is given as x into y. To find the mass, only we will need to evaluate this double integral over the region R. So for that, draw the rough sketch of that region. So that region is the triangle OAB as shown in this figure. If we consider our Cartesian coordinate system, x-axis, y-axis, the vertices of the triangle are given as the point O00, which is the origin, the point A10, and the another point is B01. So the region is the triangle OABO as shown here. Whenever the region of integration is known to us, we must have to know the equations of boundary curves of that region. So here the boundary curves of this triangle or triangular region are the lines OA, OB and AB. The line OA, this is simply x-axis, so we know its equation is y equal to 0. The line OB is y-axis, its equation is x equal to 0. We will need to find the equation of the line AB. So by using 2-point form, as the coordinates of these 2 points A and B are known to us, 1, 0 and 0, 1, we can find its equation as x plus y equal to 1. So equation of straight line AB is x plus y equal to 1. Boundary equations of the region are known. Now we will need to find the limits which will cover this whole triangle. For that, we will consider the strip PQ parallel to y-axis. After considering the strip parallel to y-axis, we will need to find the limits for the variable y first. So see here, on which curves the end point of that strip are lying. So the lower end P, it lies on x-axis, whose equation is y equal to 0. So the lower limit for y is 0. The upper end of the strip Q, it lies on the straight line x plus y equal to 1. So by solving this equation for y, we will get y equal to 1 minus x. So this is the upper limit for y. And then to cover this whole region, we will need to slide that strip from or throughout the region. So sliding starts from y-axis to the point A. So on y-axis, we know that the value of y is x is 0, and then the region will get complete at the point A where the value of x is 1. Hence the limits for x are 0 to 1. So as the limits are known, by substituting the limits as well as the value of rho in this integral, we will get the total mass of that lamina given by the double integral integration 0 to 1 minus x xy dx dy. We will try to evaluate this double integral step by step. As the limits are functions of x, we will need to integrate it with respect to y first, keeping x constant. So here x we are keeping it constant, therefore it is written outside the integration. Only we will need to evaluate this bracketed integral first, integration 0 to 1 minus x y dy. So integration of y is y square by 2 between the limits 0 to 1 minus x. So by putting the values of upper and lower limits here, we will get this next step. Upper limit y is to be replaced by 1 minus x. So x into 1 minus x bracket square, the constant multiple 1 by 2 taken outside the sign of integration. Lower limit is 0, so that whole term will become 0. So we will get this definite integral 1 by 2 into integration 0 to 1 x into 1 minus x bracket square dx. This integral seems to be in the standard form of beta function. So we can use the definition of beta function and write the value of this integral as 1 by 2 beta 2 comma 3, because it is of the form 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. So 1 by 2 beta 2 3. After simplifying this, we will get the value as 1 by 24. So this is the required mass of that triangular lamina. In previous all three examples, we have seen that the region of integration was given, or the equations of lamina or boundary curves were given in Cartesian form. Now we will solve one more example in polar coordinate system. Find the mass of the lamina in the form of the cardioid r equal to a into 1 plus cos theta, whose density at any point varies as the square of its distance from the initial line. The equation of the boundary curve or the lamina is given in polar form now. So therefore, to calculate the mass of this lamina, we will need to use the second formula. So before that, we will draw the rough sketch of the region, which is the cardioid r equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. We know that this cardioid is symmetrical about initial line as shown in this figure. So this is the cardioid r equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. It is symmetrical about initial line. So due to symmetry about initial line, without calculating the mass of whole lamina or whole cardioid, only we will find the mass of its upper half above the initial line and then multiply it by 2 to get the total mass of this lamina. So hence the formula for the total mass of this cardioid is m is equal to 2 times double integration over r rho into r dr d theta, where r is the upper half of this cardioid. So to calculate the mass, we will need to substitute the value of rho, and then we have to find the limits which will cover this region R. As given in question, the density at any point varies as the square of its distance from the initial line. So this is our region R. Now in this region R, say somewhere if we consider the point P, then we know that the distance of that point P from initial line, that is x-axis, is its y coordinate. So somewhere here is the point P. If its distance from initial line, that is x-axis, is y, and in polar coordinate we know that y is r sine theta, and its square is r square sine square theta. So as given, the density varies with means it is directly proportional to the square of distance, that is r square sine square theta. And so therefore, by taking lambda as the proportionality constant, we will get rho is equal to lambda into r square sine square theta. Rho is known. Now we will need to find the limits of integration which will cover the upper half of this Carr divide. So to find the limits of integration in polar form, always we will need to consider the radial strip which will cover that region. So to cover this upper half of the Carr divide, we will consider the radial strip OP. O is the pole and this is the point P which will lie on the boundary of Carr divide. So this whole strip lies in the region R. Its initial point or initial end of the strip, it lies at the pole itself where R is 0, and the terminal end of this radial strip, it lies on the boundary of Carr divide where R is a into 1 plus cos theta. So the limits for R are 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta, and to cover this whole upper half we will need to rotate this strip in anti-clockwise direction. So as our region starts from initial line, the rotation starts from theta equal to 0, and this region will get complete at theta is equal to pi. So the upper limit for theta is pi. So limits for both r and theta are known. R varies from 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta, and theta varies from 0 to pi. So substituting these limiting values as well the value of rho in this formula, we will get the total mass of that Carr divide given by the double integral m equal to 2 times integration 0 to pi integration 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta lambda r square sine square theta. This is the value of rho r dr d theta. So we will need to evaluate this double integral now. Here the limits are functions of theta, hence we will need to integrate first with respect to r, keeping theta constant. So if we are keeping theta constant, then this constant multiple lambda sine square theta is the constant factor here. Keeping it as it is, we will need to integrate with respect to r. So our next step is 2 lambda constant multiple taken outside throughout, sine square theta is taken outside this inner integral as we are integrating with respect to r. So 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta, this r into r square, it is r cube dr, and then further the value of this integral is to be integrated with respect to theta. Evaluate this bracketed integral. So integration of r cube, it is r raised to 4 by 4, lower limit 0, upper limit a into 1 plus cos theta. This constant multiple 1 by 4, if we take it outside, it will become lambda by 2, and then substitute the limiting values. So upper limit r is to be replaced by a into 1 plus cos theta, lower limit 0, so that it will become a raised to 4 into 1 plus cos theta raised to 4. So a raised to 4 constant again taken outside, it will become lambda a raised to 4 upon 4. So 2 by 4, it will become 1 by 2 integration 0 to pi sine square theta as it is 1 plus cos theta raised to 4 d theta. This is the regular definite integral. Now to evaluate this integral further, we will see that this integral now cannot be evaluated directly. So here we will think about the application of beta function. But whenever we will need to use the beta function, the limits of trigonometric integral must be 0 to pi by 2. So for that, by using trigonometric relations, we will simplify the integrand. It is sine square theta. We will convert it into half angle form. So sine theta, we know that it is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2, as well 1 plus cos theta, it is 2 cos square theta by 2. So our next step is constant multiple lambda e raised to 4 upon 2 as it is, integration 0 to pi. Sin theta is to be replaced by 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, 1 plus cos theta replaced by 2 cos square theta by 2, that bracket is to 4. And then if we simplify it, 2 square into 2 raised to 4, that will become 2 raised to 6. So 2 raised to 6 lambda e raised to 4 upon 2, limits of integration 0 to pi, sin square theta by 2, this cos square and cos square raised to 4, that is cos raised to 8. So cos raised to 8 into cos square, it will become cos raised to 10 theta by 2. And then further, to evaluate this integral, we will use the substitution theta by 2 is equal to t. So if we use the substitution theta by 2 is equal to t, we will get the next integral as theta by 2 is equal to t, d theta is equal to 2 dt, 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, 2 raised to 6, 64 lambda a raised to 4. Due to the substitutions, the limits will become 0 to pi by 2. It is sin square t into cos raised to 10 t dt. And the integral which we are getting here is now in the standard form of beta function, 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to p cos raised to q. So it can be expressed in terms of beta function, 64 lambda a raised to 4 constant multiple as it is, and the value of this integral is, it is 1 by 2 beta p plus 1, that is 2 plus 1 upon 2, so 3 by 2, q plus 1, that is 10 plus 1, 11 upon 2. And then if we simplify this beta function, or if we express it in terms of gamma function and then simplify, we will get the value 21 lambda pi a raised to 4 upon 32, which is the total mass of that given cardioid. So in this way, friends, you can try to solve some more examples for practice which are given in question bank as well as in your assignment. Thank you.